I have never known a dead man who gets himself in more than Richard Nixon. You know? I just want to say that for the record. Check out the latest on Tricky McDick.
Forbes reports on a remark by a former Nixon aide hinting that the war on drugs had a hidden purpose, that President Nixon saw the drug crackdown as a way to arrest blacks and anti-war protesters. Ehrlichman also claimed that the White House knew they were lying about drugs.
Now, I know, this may sound shocking to a lot of people out there, but to most black people, this just confirms what they already suspected, okay? Now, to give his thoughts on this and the black perspective, let's go out to Mike Yard for an edition of No News. Okay, Mike, your thoughts on the Nixon aide's admission that the war on drugs was based on lies and really about oppressing black people?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Sounds about right. Mike Yard with the No News, everybody. Thanks, Mike. It's my favorite news. It's where I get all my news, you guys. Shortest news program ever. Now, the Nixon aide in question is the late John Ehrlichman, who admitted that the war on drugs was created in 1971 to silence Nixon's greatest opposition groups. Ehrlichman said, and I quote, "By getting the public to associate the hippies with marijuana and blacks with heroin, and then criminalizing both heavily, we could disrupt those communities and vilify them night after night on the evening news." I know. Now, look, guys, I just got to say, I have to formally apologize to any conspiracy brother who has ever put forth a conspiracy that I dismissed, including the moon landing at this point. Yeah, which I just assumed was produced by Paramount. You're right, brother, you're right. Sorry, Buzz, that was some good acting, okay? But look, guys, this is even worse than I imagined, and it could explain why black people, despite representing only 12% of our nation's drug users, make up 59% of Americans currently in prison for drug-related offenses. Well, that's before Obama lets all the brothers out of prison on his last day. Payback's a bitch! Sorry, I had a black attack, I apologize. But seriously, I mean, no, guys, if the man was able to pull off such an elaborate conspiracy just to keep the brother down, then that must mean OJ really didn't do it. Okay. No, seriously, but the Nixon White House sickens me, okay? I mean, I just find this behavior just so...
Detestable. The word you're seeking is detestable.
Exactly. Hey, it's Joe Morton, everybody. Joe Morton. Oh my God. There we go, Joe. Plays Roman Pope on Scandal, of course. Now, no one understands detestable government acts better than Papa Pope, right? Okay. So what would he say about this situation?
Well, he would address the people who needed proof that the war on drugs was a war on black people directly. May I?
Oh, yes, by all means. Yeah.
Thank you, Larry.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I'd like to address America. You ignored what happened, and you're ignoring what's happening. This dear, sweet America is what happened. Nixon chose to keep black folks under control by arresting their leaders, raiding their homes, and vilifying them night after night on the evening news. But you chose to watch reality TV, eat fast food, screw your spouses or your battery-operated products, and only think about the freedoms that your fellow Americans did not have when it was convenient for you. If I were you, America, I would be afraid, very afraid. You're on the brink of giving your country away to a man whose only interests are money and TV ratings. Trump. He, like Nixon, promises to make America great again. That's code for profiling Muslims, raiding their homes and vilifying them night after night on the evening news. Trump will gut you and leave you bleeding out of your wherevers. That's the Trump presidency versus America. Maya Angelou once said, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. We didn't believe it when it was Nixon, but today I'm telling you, America, believe it and stay woke. The American people need to get rid of this tiny-figured, micro-digited, rotting, papaya-faced, hate geyser, vulgarian brat come hell or high water. Because to be clear, if Trump gets elected, it's the American people who are the hell and the high water.